What's happening, y'all? Friday, Wake Up Barstool. The big boys are back. We got the Crawler Corner film room. We got Meagan Makin Money's Money Corner. We give some.
Hey, T-Bob. Didn't I tell you to clean your room?
Okay.
I'm tired. I mean,
yes, Dad.
When you gonna grow up? Come on, clean your room.
I'm sorry. And my father is here, the founding father of the Who Dat Nation.
Who dat?
Wake Up Barstool starts now. What's happening, guys? Welcome into Wake Up Barstool here on FS1. That's right, baby. It is the BBC Friday. We got me, Mikey Katic, Dana Beers, Meagan Makin Money, and as you can see, this is very cool, very odd, a bit of a bucket list sort of deal here. We have my father, Bobby Hebert. For the older, more wizened sports fan in the crowd, you might remember him, the Cajun Cannon. Former USFL Michigan Panthers quarterback, Oakland Invaders, Saints, Falcons, and the founding father of the Who Dat Nation. Dad, what's up?
I'm glad to be here.
Who Dat?
You know, I'm here. The Saints had a bye week, so I got a little time off. Doing the Saints pre and post game, coaches show, all that stuff. So I thought I might be giving it up. I turned 65 in August. And I said, okay, it's time to retire. It's my Medicare birthday. So why am I still working? So, no, but I love it. I love it, the Saints. And I don't know, maybe we might have found our future quarterback.
Okay, yeah. I don't know how much Tyler Shuck we'll get into. Probably not much. But if you want Tyler Shuck takes, he is here for that. All right, guys, look. So every Friday we are the Big Boys Club, and I got a treat for y'all. Our guy, Connor, our graphics guy, made us some delicious molasses cookies here. They go excellent with the coffee here. Everybody take one, pass it down. Feel free to enjoy that. Look, we got Thursday Night Football to recap last night. The Patriots taking care of the New York Jets. It's it pretty much went exactly how we thought it was going to go. But first, how we feeling today? Meg, how you doing over there? Make sure you get a cookie as well.
I will. Throw them this way. I'm doing absolutely wonderful. Last week in the Money Corner didn't go as planned, but I'll tell you what, hearing that warm Cajun accent from your daddy, man, it made my heart feel something special. Yeah,
right at home, right at home. Mikey, what's up, baby? How we feeling? You getting excited for this weekend?
Yeah.
These are great.
They're so good.
Being from Pittsburgh, it's taken me some time to get used to the Pops accent, but we're feeling good. I'm going to Philly this weekend.
You don't think I'm American? American.
No, you're American, but I'm from I'm from Pittsburgh.
Before the show, we were talking about Fernando.
My ancestors, we're getting ready to celebrate 250 years of the United States. My ancestors were in America way before the United States. I went to college in the oldest town in the Louisiana Purchase. You ever heard of Natchitoches, Louisiana?
Yeah, you were telling me out there. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's older than New Orleans.
That was my favorite part before the show. Dad was just sitting there talking about Natchitoches, just some
I was just like nodding.
Very small towns in Louisiana, and Katic's just like, yep, and I'm like, he has no idea.
He tried talking about Jared Goff before the show, and Katic couldn't understand who he was talking about. He was like, who? I don't know.
They said like Galt.
Well, you never heard that before, that Mendoza could be the future of Jared Goff,
no.
Style.
I haven't heard that.
I'm telling you, I know quarterbacks.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you do.
I played 15 years professional football. I think I know a little.
I know the fat guys up front. I don't know.
Okay.
And then Dana, how we feel, baby? Ready for
man.
Weekend?
Listen, Pats last night, won, covered, happy. Ready to roll. Let's talk some sports.
By the way, he said he knows quarterback. I think we have some footage.
Oh, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Cajun Cannon footage. Remember Fox, the rights holders of the USFL. So we have, because they're now the UFL.
Not UFL, because when I played, it was on ESPN and ABC.
Look at this guy out here,
there, dude.
Pontiac Silverdome.
How old are you here?
I'm not even 23. I'm 22 and a half.
Oh, my God.
Look at that arm.
Bang! Is that Derek Holloway?
I got the Cajun Cannon nickname in Michigan. It's a Michigan thing.
What the hell kind of field were you playing on?
That's an Astrodome. That's the whole
Anthony
Astrodome.
Carter. That's Anthony Carter right there, Michigan. Great.
Look at that drop back.
Hey, listen. I was accurate. I wouldn't have lasted that long if I wasn't accurate. You got to be accurate.
We'll get into kind of the keys of being a great quarterback. Yeah, this is you're the. So I feel badly. You texted me this. We had Jim Kelly on the show. It was great getting to talk to Jim Kelly, but I called him the USFL's all-time leading passer. That is not
I told
accurate.
T-Bob, I said, no, that's me.
That's a tough look, T-Bob.
I said, okay, you know how I got the edge
Father,
over Jim Kelly? He was at the Houston Gamblers on Michigan Panthers, then we merged with the Oakland Invaders. How I got the edge on Jim Kelly? I played 3 years USFL, he played 2. So that's why I had more yards, because they were running the run and shoot. He was throwing everywhere.
Yeah.
But that's all I got the lead on him. But no, Jim Kelly, boy, talk about what he accomplished. 4 straight Super Bowls. You know how hard it is to get to a Super Bowl? 4 straight? I'm saying that's an achievement in itself.
Yeah.
And they only should have won really that first one, because the other 3 they got whacked.
Oh, yeah.
It is crazy though, because you raise a pretty good point that in many ways 4 straight, like vastly more impressive than winning 1, but also
It's hard to
infinitely
do.
more painful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, especially for the fan base. There was no Bills Mafia then. I guess it was just Bills fans.
Right.
I don't know if they were breaking tables, tailgating, and doing all that kind of stuff. But
Well, and this is kind of the perfect transition because it felt like these last few years, Tom Brady's finally gone, Patriots down. Of course, Dana's a Pats guy. And it's like, okay, here's Josh Allen. This is the Bills' time. And now you look
Here
up.
comes Drake May, baby.
Yeah, now you look up Drake May's
not
an
fair.
MVP candidate. It's 8-2. New England Patriots are fully back, and the Bills kind of have a lot of question marks. 9-2, excuse me, you're right. And the Bills kind of have a lot of question marks surrounding the team.
well, the rich get richer.
Yeah.
You look at the Patriots. Come on, the 21st century. Nobody, now it makes it look like, to me, Tom Brady was the guy, not necessarily Belichick. But you look right now where the Patriots are at. Drake May, unbelievable. I mean,
So what does Drake May do? Because look, there's that whole crop of year 2 quarterbacks, right? And Jaden Daniels was the guy last year.
okay,
Injuries
I
upset
can
him.
tell you what he does.
What does May
What
do?
he does. Okay, look, pocket presence, how he steps up. A lot of these young quarterbacks, they run all around like they start freaking out. Oh, the rush, and they want to run. No, you extend the play. You don't have to panic. Step up in the pocket, make the throws. Keep your eyes downfield and utilize the receivers. I always took the approach, so what if I couldn't run? But I can extend plays. I was the least sacked quarterback in the whole NFL in 1992 when they could hit the quarterbacks. And what you have to do is step up and let the playmakers make the plays.
Right.
I love Yak. Yards after the catch. Can you imagine you throwing a slant? Or I threw it maybe 10 or 12 yards, and you got a 60-yard touchdown?
You get all those stats.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, looks good for you.
Nobody knows you didn't throw a bomb or something. It was like, I get great numbers there.
It's actually not a bad tease for Bryce Underwood film coming up a bit later. It seems they're doing everything. Sorry, Katie.
No, that was.
Oh, sorry, Dame.
I say he looks calm. He just looks calm and composed. And you're right. Like he's kind of letting the plays come to him and letting his playmakers, Diggs, Hunter Henry, Henderson, just do the hard work. And he's just slinging it and looking just very calm.
Well, and he had. I mean, I think calm's a great word. Poise, maturity. Like he had 2 or 3 times last night where he avoids the rush, steps up, and then Henderson, once he has no blocking responsibilities, leaks out, and he just dumps it to him. Get 8, get 10, get a big 3rd down conversion. It's
Well, they have the right head coach.
yeah.
Right.
When I look at Vrabel, who does Vrabel remind you of? Who you want to get in a barroom fight with?
Yeah,
Didn't
him.
you want him and Dan Campbell?
Yeah.
Okay, it'd be like, I remember
1000%.
telling Brett Favre this one time, okay, Brett, what if we were really in a bind? Are we going to stand back to back? And then because, who do you truly trust?
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at coaches, I mean, that would be the cage match I'd want to see.
Oh, 100%.
Vrabel and Dan Campbell.
Oh, yeah.
I could just imagine like your dad and Brett Favre, the broke spoke back to back, just taking down like
Yes.
25 older men.
A couple of country boys just taking him down.
Another thing I noticed about last night is like obviously I watched the offensive line mostly.
Yeah.
I caught myself saying that protection was unbelievable like 15 times last night. The Patriots O-line was. You disagree?
Well, no. Sorry, I don't disagree. That facial expression I was making was speaking of rich get richer.
Yeah.
Like not only do they have Drake May, but they have a cornerstone left tackle.
It's-
and Will Campbell for years.
And
Like if
Bradbury
you
in
have
the
that
center.
combination, that might be one of the most important combinations you could possibly.
Well, I don't understand why Will Campbell is so dominant with the Patriots, and then when at LSU they couldn't run block. Is it the coaching?
Yeah, I think it's partially coaching. Oh, but he was an incredible pass blocker, though.
No, I talk about run blocker.
No, I know.
Look, he's an all-around tackle for the Patriots.
Like, not only, I mean, Bradbury at center, like, he's really good. I just think, like, they held up that pocket so well last night. And, like, I was just impressed by their pass protection. That's...
And then, Dana, you got to be excited about the emergence of Travion Henderson here.
Of course.
Like, I don't know what Ramondre Stevenson's role is going to be when he comes back, but Henderson has really come online.
He just kind of has been waiting for his chance, and he got it, and he's been getting it the last couple weeks. And we've all known that this guy is explosive. He has that home run ability. We saw it in preseason. He had a kick return touchdown. He had a bunch of big plays. So Patriots fans, we've all just kind of been waiting for it.
This play, dude, speaking of O-line, look at that. He gets stood up.
Well,
the big boys get behind him, get into the end zone, dude. I love
that's
that.
like old school football when football was invented, a rugby type play. That's why I'm not against the tush push.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
No, I mean, if you can't stop it, might as well just keep running it.
He's an explosive back. You know, he's got all the potential in the world. So it's nice to see him get his chances and really go for it. And I want to say, last Friday I sat here and I said, Patriots fans, let's calm down, okay? We have
Slow your roll.
We've had a little bit of an easy schedule. After that game against the Bucs, though, now I'm ready to roll. I'm ready.
And, I mean, you have an easy schedule to finish, but the two major tests you passed was Buffalo on the road. Am I crazy when they beat Buffalo? Was that
was on the road? Yeah.
Yes,
So you
Buffalo
went
at
to
home.
Buffalo, to Tampa.
Yeah.
So you got the elite wins. Now you got an easy schedule. It's looking like one seed.
Well, if you look in the crystal ball, one seed. Right now. Yeah.
And I mean, you want to talk about having to go to New England that time of the year in the weather. Now we just have to see. Remember when Tom Brady said, "I am the storm." Now we got to see if Drake May can do the same.
The Bills-Ravens, though, that's two tough games right in a row. So we'll see. That's what I'm saying here. Like, if we can maybe get out of there with 2 wins, then it's time to go nuts.
Well, I'm going with the Ravens because the Ravens are my Super Bowl pick.
Yeah, they're coming back.
Ravens and the Packers. I don't know, but the Packers have disappointed me. How can they lose to Carolina at home? The Saints waxed Carolina. I mean, I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Well, I mean, that's the up and down nature. They're volatile this year, the Packers.
Sunday.
Right? I mean, they lose to the Browns, they lose to the Panthers. And now the Eagles, I guess there's no shame in that. But again, at home, prime time, still pretty bad.
Well, you know what it is? People don't understand this. They go, how can you look? It's an NFL team. It's pros versus pros. Yeah. People don't realize, you got pride, you got an ego. And when you get humbled, if you want this to be a lifestyle, you want to go get a real job, you better do something because you're constantly being evaluated. Yeah. So you got to turn the corner. Even the worst of the worst. I don't care. Look at the Dolphins, how they waxed the Bills in Miami. Yeah. But Buffalo, way old school, they've never played good in Miami.
So, but you've been a part of many winning teams, made the playoffs 4 times, won divisions. Did you ever approach a game, though, where you were like, okay, we're better than this team, and you maybe get a little lackadaisical and they get punched in the mouth?
No. That never happened. The NFL is so humbling. You got to show up. I was not that good. I mean, I had to work my behind off to get where I'm at and compete. Well, you know what I would always say? This the prayer I would have. Because, I'm like, you were raised Christian and all. I was like, okay, they got Christians on both sides. I'll be playing Reggie White and the Eagles and stuff, or whatever. And so I said, God, help me. Not, we got to win, God. You know what? I say, God, help me to make quick and rational decisions. So when I'm with the coaches and we're looking at the film, why in the hell are you doing that? You always have an explanation. And that's where I got to the point where Peyton Manning always had the wisdom at the beginning. When I was at the end of my career, my elbow shot and all, I'm 35, 36. Man, I said, I wish I would know what I know now when I was 24 and 25. I'd have been truly unbelievable.
Yeah. Speaking of which, last thing here, how does it make you feel? We haven't talked about the other team yet, the New York Jets. Absolutely god-awful, but how does it make you feel that Justin Fields is currently making $30 million guaranteed?
Well, it's the market. I'm a capitalist, so I wish I'd have been making that. All I know is what I accomplish. I told you this, Steve, before. If I was playing today, man, I would have made between 150 and 200 million.
Oof. Yeah.
You had to fight. I had to sit out a whole year in 1990 trying to get 1 million.
Yeah, so we'll actually get to that a bit later on in the show.
T-Bob's sitting there like, damn, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
I could have been way more set.
What's going on? Wake Up Barstool, FS1, fresh out. Katic's Krawlers, excellent job. Very excited for tomorrow's game. Quick college football news piece to break down here. I'll let y'all decide whether or not you think it's impactful, but the College Football Playoff Committee Chair, Mack Rhoades, has stepped down.
Yeah,
of course, he's the current Baylor AD. He appears to be taking a leave of absence from that job for what is being cited as personal reasons. He's had a few different, using air quotes there, Meg. He's had a few different controversial moments recently, for whatever that's worth. So he is out as the college football chair. Hunter Yurachek, the Arkansas AD, as if he doesn't have enough on his plate already. He is now the head of the committee, and Utah AD Mark Harlan has been put back on the committee. He was on the committee back in 2023.
Could they get a little younger blood on this committee?
Yeah, it's a lot of
It's like the old folks' home.
Yeah.
Who's picking who should be in the playoffs or who's not in the playoffs? I take the approach that listen, if you're not ranked, I don't care if you won your conference, like the ACC and the U and how they've and I like the U for going back to Coach O and all that. But right now, it just should be the best teams. It doesn't matter what conference.
It should be the best teams, but this is a bit like just draft the best guy, hire the best guy for the job. How do you know? And this is my problem. That's why I hate the committee in general. I would much rather just go to an automatic qualifier where, like, if you finish top 4 in the SEC, you go. Top 4 in the Big Ten, you go. Top 2 in the 12, top 2 in the ACC, you go. That way, you don't have to worry about judgment or subjectivity. It's just the football on the field decides.
Yeah, it should be decided on the field.
It's like the NFL.
Yeah, not an opinion.
And then you'll have some years where weaker teams get in, but it'll even out over time. But what does it change for the committee now? Nothing, in my opinion.
Yeah, they better still do their job.
What do you? Are you pleased with the committee's treatment of Indiana thus far?
Yeah,
Mikey?
no, for sure. I mean, keeping us at 2, I'll take it, but just hopefully they keep it that way.
Well, as long as you get a bye, the teams. That's the thing.
But
so what if Ohio State?
Every team that got a bye last year lost.
Well, then maybe you should.
But that was also
Maybe there's a bye curse.
But there were some weaker. Remember, that's when you had to be a conference champion to get the bye.
Yeah, I mean that was Oregon. I mean, I guess. Then again, Oregon had the toughest. They had Ohio State coming in. It
was badly seeded.
Yeah.
Look, we are still in the experimental phase of the 12-team playoff, and what's funny is it's going to get bumped up to 16 before you even really figure out the ideal way to handle the 12.
Well, there were definitely trends last year. All the home teams won, and then all the bye teams lost.
Hey, Alabama's not going to win anything. You know why Alabama's not winning? Because I've never seen Alabama can't run the football.
Can't run the ball.
Yeah,
They're doing it with passing.
To me, you got to be more balanced. I look at when has Alabama not been able to run the ball? This would drive Nick Saban crazy.
14th in the SEC right now.
You're right. No, that would drive Saban crazy if they couldn't run the ball.
Dana, how are we feeling about your Bearcats in the Big 12 right now?
Listen, we, in a way, control our own destiny here. Arizona this weekend, and then nip at night, BYU. It's going to all come down to that game, man. BYU looked bad.
That night, I love
bad against Texas Tech, but we'll see. Just win these next 2, and then we'll see if we go to the big. I mean, if they win the last 3, then we're in.
And if they win the last 3, then you'll get Texas Tech. You'll get a shot at it.
I want to see Texas Tech go far because that's the modern day college football. It is the pros. And they doing it the right way. They're paying the right players. They got the right coach. Came together as a team.
Yeah.
You know how hard that is. And you never think of Texas Tech defense. And Texas Tech defense.
How about this?
Throwing the ball around.
How about this? From 121st in the country last year in scoring defense, and now top 10.
That's what happens when you get oil money.
Yeah. Got that oil money down in
Also,
Lubbock.
we talked to him earlier this week, but if you have not watched the Red Raiders very closely, next time you watch them, watch their middle linebacker, Jacob Rodriguez.
Oh, yeah.
Him and Arvell Reese, best linebackers in the entire country. He's got 7 forced fumbles.
Yeah, he's a
dog.
badass, but the real badass in the family is his wife.
Yeah. We talked to him on Veterans Day.
Don't she drive?
She's a Black Hawk helicopter.
Black Hawk helicopter guy?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I mean, when I think of that, no.
Women rock.
Yeah.
No, his wife could tell him, slow your roll, honey.
She can tell me anything.
Also, for what it's worth, Texas Tech Currently just passed up Ohio State with the as the best team against the spread. 9-1 ATS this year. So not just winning, but winning convincingly and outperforming expectations.
I'm glad you brought that up because that reminds me, you talk about the spread and all.
Yeah.
I remember, boy, you'd be dejected, you'd be pumping gas after the game, and, boy, we just lost to the 49ers. And, fans come to me, Bobby, boy, I wish y'all would have won, but at least you covered.
Thanks for covering. Yeah.
I get that. I don't know how
that a
many
lot.
times I got that. It was like, well, I wish y'all would have won, but at least y'all covered.
Well, and that's old school. I mean, those guys are going to bookies.
Oh, yeah.
At that point, right? Like, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's a little.
All those Italians,
mafia.
all those Italians down in
Yeah.
New Orleans just wanted to come up and give you a
It's
little
like
chirp in the ear.
Stu Feiner Wednesday talking about being at the Farmington Jewish Center, the bowling alley, Farmington bowling alley back in the day, gambling with the local mafiosos. All right, I want to talk a little college football here, and it was a topic that we touched on before the show, which is playing quarterback at Ohio State right now. And we'll get into some of the games, right? But Julian Saint's been incredible. 80% completion. He's thought to be one of the Heisman favorites. I've maintained this year that while he is great, he's also in a great situation, right? And so like I
Yes.
do wonder if you put like a Fernando Mendoza on that team, somebody else like that, like how good would they be?
Yeah, that's what would be intriguing to me. Okay, is if Mendoza was on Ohio State, couldn't he be doing the same thing?
Same thing. I mean, look
And
at
the NFL scouts.
receiving core.
Yeah, the NFL scouts, they look at all that too. The supporting cast, who you throwing to.
I mean, we have Indiana has a great wide receiving core as well, but like all he has to do is chuck the ball up, and Carnell Tate's gonna come down with it.
Right.
What's the health of Surratt right now?
Day to day. That's what Sig said in his media.
Okay, that's Elijah Surratt, very good.
I'll tell you, you heard it here first. Mendoza's going to be Jared Goff Jr. They both went to Cal Berkeley. Then look at Goff with the Rams in Super Bowl. Then how he plays. I think Mendoza can run a little better than Goff. But I mean, their pocket presence, their stature, and how they be. So
who do you got winning the Heisman?
That's a good question. Mendoza?
No, we say Heisman Mendoza.
Heisman Mendoza. Okay.
No, it's. So when you're talking, and you were huge on Jared Goff coming out of Cal.
Yes.
You thought he was going to be great.
I said, I know guys who can spin it and make it in their pocket presence. And yes.
That's by Chuck, man.
That throw
True sophomore,
is
that
so
guy
good.
is.
Last
And
week,
he's
dude.
not just so good on the football field. He literally has like the polished prestige of an NFL quarterback, like the way he speaks, the way he carries himself, the way he talks about the team, always thanking God first.
Yeah.
That's the type of guy
He's an outstanding
you want.
human.
Yeah, a
Outstanding human.
Christian man.
Outstanding.
Sig said like he's one of the greatest men that he's ever had the
Great family again. Just can't
Yeah,
talk
go
about
ahead,
the
Meg.
family
What is he,
enough.
your cousin or something? What is he, your cousin? Or
I love the family.
His little brother is also. Is he going to be the quarterback in waiting? He's on the team.
Alberto.
Alberto
Is he a
Mendoza.
stud, though? Is he?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
gonna,
he's
gonna be
good.
the quarterback next year. Probably.
He's going to be.
He gets some playing time after Mendoza hangs like 6 touchdowns.
I think they were the first brother duo to throw a touchdown in the same game.
That was cool.
By the way, he's also Mendoza is Fernando
Hammer beard.
leading the country in touchdowns responsible for heading into this week.
Well, but when you think about this, what would be the SEC version of Indiana and the success they have in the Big Ten? Because I still think of Indiana, Kentucky, Duke as basketball.
Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
No, I think it'd be more Kentucky Wildcats.
Oh well, no. If Kentucky was good, if we're just doing the basketball
But no,
analogy,
but Indiana wasn't always good at football.
No.
Exactly, but I'm saying Kentucky still sucks at football. You're doing the basketball thing. I'm talking about traditionally
History.
bad programs that are now
Yeah,
good.
Vanderbilt.
Okay.
Like
How
Vanderbilt.
about well, that's the quarterback?
Yeah.
Yeah, Diego Pavia is great.
That'll be interesting to see when he leaves if the coach still has success.
Yeah, I mean, well, and that's where Signetti's already passed that test.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
why
no,
he
he-
gets the extension, because Rourke was awesome last year. Mendoza's great this year.
Always, this is another thing. I mean, even though they had a great program, James Madison, I always think like, who are we playing, Dolly Madison? I mean, you
Shout
can't-
out Bob Chesney.
Yeah, you can't be losing to teams like that.
No.
I mean, no, you got to give the coach a lot of credit. JMU, what they put on the field, you better pack a lunch.
Yeah.
Because they come into play.
Yeah, Bob Chesney broke the Wake Up Barstool curse. Every coach that we had ever had on had lost in the ensuing game until Chesney finally
Sound
beat
like the
Marshall
Sports
on
Illustrated
Saturday.
on the cover. I was on the cover of Sports Illustrated in 1991.
Subtle flex.
Well, we were 6-0, And then we played the Bears in the Superdome, and I got slammed on my shoulder. And then all of a sudden I go, man, I just got on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Now you're hurt.
Was it one of those? Was it the naked issue where you were like naked
The
and you had
body
the ball
issue?
over your?
That's
the body issue.
Trust me, this man would have loved to be in the body issue. If that
It was
existed
like
at the
throwing
time.
just like your arms pinned, and they just like slam you on the ground, and then they land on you. You know, now you hit the quarterback, you got to lay him down.
Did you guys see that video that was circulating of Diego with Theo Vaughn and
Yes.
Johnny Balls?
Yeah.
Did you guys kind of get like a weird Johnny Manziel-esque vibe in that video?
100%.
Oh, he's doing a Manziel cosplay thing.
Yeah.
1,000%.
I mean, I watched it, and like obviously, like when he played LSU, I was like, I hate this guy. Like, but I love the way he plays. Like, he just has that moxie, you know.
Yeah.
But then in that video, I was like, you just made yourself so unlikable to me personally. Like, I just didn't like his vibe.
He's doing the money
I like the
spread.
swagger.
I
It
like
was
the
they were $1 bills.
Yeah.
Manziel kind of like in his corner.
Yeah,
Yes,
Boy.
very
Right.
much so.
Yeah, so-
Remember, Manziel was on the weekend that A&M had a big game. I can't remember who. Manziel was at Vandy, Alabama,
Yeah.
on the sideline, getting in fights with
Yep.
fans, defending Diego Pavia.
Ripping his vape on the sideline.
it is interesting, Meg, as Dylan Raiola gets constant flack for
Yes.
his Pat Mahomes cosplay. You do have Pavia starting to do Manziel cosplay. Look at that, guys.
Big Boys Club.
Big Boys Club. New episodes every Thursday. We had another episode drop yesterday. We now have our own YouTube channel.
Yes, it's so
Go
awesome.
subscribe to that.
Go subscribe.
Our first vlog is out. Very well shot and edited. Peyton, our producer, is just incredible. We got our back swag.
Brushed it.
So Big Boys Club, y'all wouldn't have, what's his name, the baseball guy y'all got, not Nemo, what's his name?
He always calls Ebo Nemo.
I know, something like that. Well, he would.
Nemo,
He
like
can.
the fish.
He's too little to be in the big.
not a
leagues.
big
Yeah,
boy.
he is little
Why
like a
is-
fish.
why
He's
is
little
he-
like a fish.
Why is Ebo catching a shot right now?
No, I'm just saying, Big Boys Club. I mean,
not a
look,
big boy.
and the one thing you can be
Or
little,
Nemo.
you can be little and be a top baseball player. But
That's
you,
true.
Now, if you little, and you can still play football, but you got to be fast or you got to be quick. There's no
everyone
slow.
in the company.
There's no slow little people who could ever play football. But you can play baseball if you have high eye-hand coordination to hit it. And all.
Okay, now
Shout out Ebo, dude. I love you, bro.
I will say this. To be a big boy, it is in spirit. Okay, to join the BBC, you can be one in spirit. Like tiny little Ella, she's got big boy energy. She's in the club.
Oh,
Megan's
okay.
got big boy energy. You're in the club.
It's all about your spirit.
Yes. All right, coming up next, let's go to Megan's Money Corners. Megan Makin Money gives us her plays
we
of the
gonna be
weekend.
dancing.
Coming up right here on FS1.
Who dat?
Don't go anywhere.
Who that?
Tyler Shuck, guys. It's time to... Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool here on FS1. We do it every Friday. It's time to head to the Money Corner.
Oh, yeah.
With Megan Makin Money. Let's go.
Crank that. Oh.
Usually I would be throwing money at you guys, but the last couple of weeks has not been very
all good.
productive.
Minor
But,
setback, major comeback, Maggie. Let's
I'm
go.
ready. I'm ready. First up, I'm going to go with the Pitt Panthers plus the 12.5. Pitt has turned a corner since starting their new QB, Mason Heichel. Probably saying that wrong, but I'm here to bet
No,
not to
that's
pronounce
it.
things correctly. Averaging 40 points per game since the switch. The D is legit. Narduzzi's going to have this team playing old-fashioned physical football. Stop. Pitt's on a 5-game win streak, holding teams to 21 points per game and under 100 rushing yards, okay? I understand. Notre Dame is great. They've only beaten one ranked opponent. I think they're going to win this game, but I think Pitt gives them a fight.
Great freshman on freshman quarterback matchup with Heichel and CJ Carr. CJ Carr, Notre Dame's quarterback, third highest rated in the country right now. All right, what we got next?
Up next, I don't love laying this big number, but I'm going with the Texas A&M Aggies minus 19.5. South Carolina just didn't show up against a dynamic Ole Miss offense last week. Now they get an even more potent Aggie offense at Kyle Field, where they're 9-0 and 6-0 in the SEC, and they held Missouri to just one touchdown in 3 quarters of football last week. I understand South Carolina is off of a bye. Lenore Sellers will be the second most dangerous quarterback this Texas A&M team has faced. Could be close in the first half, but I think Texas A&M stretches it out in the second half. The cream rises to the top here, boys.
I like that pick. What do we got?
Up next, we're going to go with a team we talked about a little bit earlier. Your dad doesn't like them because they can't run, but we're taking the Tide minus the 6 at home against Oklahoma. I loved Mateer.
You have forgotten the face of your father, Megan.
That's fine. I have loved Mateer to start the season. He obviously kind of peaked, hit his ceiling earlier. Hasn't really looked the same since the thumb injury. I know they got a win in Knoxville and are off a bye. But don't forget, this is a revenge game for Alabama.
So
24-3 last year.
Yeah, they got humbled last year.
They're playing tough here. It's going to be a nail-biter. This is going to be a tough front seven, but I like Bama.
I was going to say one thing to watch. Like we said, Bama has to throw the ball. Oklahoma leads second in sacks, first in tiffles. Can they get to Ty Simpson?
They might be able to, but if he stays mistakeless, I really like Bama here.
Mistakeless.
Yep. Up next, a little fun one. Penn State, Michigan State. I was leaning towards Michigan State with the points here, but instead I'm going Katron Allen, 2+ touchdowns, plus 210. That Michigan State defense is struggling, especially against the pass and defending the run. He has scored a touchdown in every game except last week against the Hoosiers. And he's put up 2 in 2 games. I think he's going to get fed this weekend, and he's going to go ahead and get us
this game's going to be cinema, bro. This game's going to be
I like that bet. That's
you like that bet? That's a fun bet.
We always love touchdown bets in this company.
Yes, sir. Up next, another really not fun bet, but there's a lot of noise, so I had to take the game. Ole Miss minus the 14 at home against Florida. Florida has just had a whirlwind of a season with not much room to breathe. Ole Miss is coming off of a cupcake against Citadel, and guess what? They're also running back tape from last year when Jackson Dart had an absolute meltdown. So go ahead and give me Ole Miss minus the 14.
Think about this, Lane Kiffin. Will he stay at Ole Miss or will he be the coach of Florida?
I mean, Brandon Walker on Roughness the other day was making a joke that at halftime, he's going to sort of switch sidelines. They're going to announce the deal. He's going to take off his turn, put on the floor. This is all so up in the air, and this is heavy rumor, not reported. But I mean, the rumors that are flying around is that he has offers of $13 million a year, $12.5 a year. And to Megan's point, speaking of revenge, losing this game kept Ole Miss out in the playoff last year. Had they beaten Florida, they would have made the playoff. Jackson Dart fell apart. Trinidad Chambliss, I don't think does. Island time, baby.
Timo, I have a question for you. Why did a team like Ole Miss play a team like the Citadel this late in the season?
Are you trying to do like an SEC big thing?
Yeah,
the SEC. Great.
Well, LSU's playing Western Kentucky.
Yeah, it sucks. The SEC ruins the SEC ruins the late season slate by giving themselves a pseudo.
Whenever you guys are done arguing, I have 2 more picks.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay,
all right,
sorry,
go. Giving us
all right, sweet. All right, I'm going to go with Georgia minus 6.5 at home against Texas. It seems like the internet is all over Texas because they are due for a big win. They can't, look, I don't trust Arch at all. Texas, gambling-wise, unimpressive, 2-6-1 ATS, and not just that, but Texas is 2-2 straight up, with the losses obviously being to Ohio State and to the Noles. But then if you look at the wins, they got 2 in overtime to Kentucky and Mississippi State, who I'm not really that excited about. So I'm going to go ahead and take Georgia minus the 6.5.
All right, throw me the last pick here. Throw me the last pick.
Last pick. BYU minus 3.5. I like TCU and Hoover, but the question is, can they match up against a BYU physical front? I see a slow-paced, ugly game, but the Cougars need to bounce back after getting destroyed in Lubbock. Give me the Cougars.
Let's go, Meg. There's the money corner. All right, hour 1 in the books.
Love you guys.
NFL talk coming up next for hour 2. Don't go anywhere. Hoosiers.
Oh.
Dude, come on now.
Wait, is it because the SEC plays 4 out of coverage?
All right, guys, welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. Hour number 2 here on FS1. Strip him. You should have gone for it. You faked it. Bad ball security. I thought you were trying to strip him. What were you doing?
I was just pointing ball.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah. Data almost. Look at him. He's too good. All right, so I want to do some kind of just general NFL talk this weekend, okay? We're getting pretty, right for this segment, we're getting pretty deep in the season. Some storylines, some questions arising, and I want to start with a little bit of a Jalen Hurts conversation. And Jalen Hurts, to me right now, is the ultimate winning quarterback in that he does not appear to care about stats. He can win in multiple ways. He will do whatever he needs to do to win the game, whether it's 33-31, 10-7. We've seen them do it all this year. In your opinion, Dad, when you think about Jalen Hurts, like, how do you rank him?
One word?
No, you don't have to do one word, but how do you rank him? Is he making you rethink, like, what a good quarterback is in the NFL?
Well, you got to win. Whether it's a fair stat or not, you are a judge if you are the quarterback of a winning team.
But the nerds like Nemo say that quarterback wins are a flawed stat.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Because you know why? Because when you win, usually the quarterback and the coach gets too much of the glory. But you lose, you getting the freaking blame.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, it's not like, when you're playing golf or tennis, you think it's by yourself. Either you do it or you don't do it.
Yeah.
When you're playing a team sport, you got to be a leader of men. Mm-hmm. So you're in the huddle and all that, so you should get credit. A lot of times, how about you throw a perfect pass and how about you catch the ball?
Yeah.
I mean, look at Josh Allen in the playoffs, or Mark Andrews dropping to Lamar Jackson.
Yes, so you look at all that, and I always thought they should have errors. People say, well, Bobby, you're a quarterback. I thought they should have errors in football. You know, in baseball, like the quarterback counts incompletion.
Yeah.
Or how about it's an interception against you? Well, hit the receiver right in the hands, and it popped up.
That's a great
and
point.
the intercepted. Why it goes against me?
It's a great point.
So I don't know, just playing quarterback, that much is given, much is required, and that's why you get paid the big bucks.
Yeah.
Dana, what do you think, if I was to ask you about your favorite quarterback-wide receiver combo in the NFL right now, is there anybody that jumps to mind?
I love Baker and Ibuka right
Yeah.
now. I mean, just
I
the
thought
fact
you were
that he's a rookie. Stafford and Nakua, obviously. I think Stafford is just playing out of control. The fact that they're 7-2. I want to go back to this Eagles team, though.
Yeah.
I'm the one man on this panel that didn't play football.
Yeah.
But from afar, I can imagine it's not easy to just win football games.
No.
Any given football game is not an easy thing to win a game. They're 7-2. They won the Super Bowl last year. I think everyone needs to just kind of chill on Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
They're still winning.
like what does he have to do for us to still be having these
It's not
conversations?
easy to win football games. They've won 7.
Yeah, they're the number one seed in the NFC. To your point, even the year they collapsed, they started 10-1 or 10-0.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's really only been
What
a
happens?
little over a quarter of a season that things have been bad.
What happens? You have these. This has never changed through history. You got prima donna wide receivers.
Right.
Like throw me like Keyshawn, throw me the damn ball. How about if we win? No, I can tell you, I've been around a lot of players that they want to win, but they want to be part of the victory. In other words, now if they had a really good game and we lost, well, I mean, look at the targets, look at the catches I had.
Yeah.
So they would rather have an unbelievable game, some of them,
Right.
and not necessarily, we didn't win, but versus we won, and then not really didn't have that much of an input.
Couple of things. Sorry, Dan, I didn't mean to cut
Go
you
ahead.
off. To your point, that's why I love being an offensive lineman so much, because we're just happy to be there.
yeah.
You don't have stats.
We have to care about winning. That's all we can care about.
Yeah, exactly. We just want to party with the boys in the locker room afterwards. To your point, you may have not played ball, but people forget you average a double-double.
I did. I averaged double-double.
Fun fact.
You average double-double.
12 and 10. People forget about the blocks. 1.5 a game.
So wait, you're not a little guy, but didn't have football in?
No, I played. So I played in high school. I
know
played a
basketball.
year and a half. I was a stick in high
He
school.
was skinny. He's skinny in high
I was
school.
100.
Now y'all bowed up.
Now I started eating and drinking.
Once you found the beers is where it started.
But going back to Jalen Hurts, listen, this is one thing you cannot coach. That is how, as an individual, as you grow and mature, how do you handle adversity?
Yeah.
That's why, how can you not, if you're a true blue-blooded football fan, how can you not cheer for Sam Darnold?
Right.
And what he's going through? How can you not cheer for Daniel Jones, Indiana Jones, and the adversity? Because say if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. I don't know if that's true with the Jets.
No.
Well, if you could make it in New York,
they
you
build a
should
statue of
Yeah,
it.
like you should get bonus points because you're overcoming decades worth of franchising.
Well,
costs.
when you think about the history of playing the quarterback position and what you get credited for, look when they upset the Colts in the late 60s in the Super Bowl, the Jets beat the Colts. I think they were like an 18, 19-point underdog. And then Joe Namath is hanging out at the pool in Miami. He says, I guarantee you we're going to beat the Colts. And, he's like the James Bond of the NFL. And if you look at Joe Namath, how the Jets fans are like, come on, he's unbelievable. He's doing like hearing aid commercials now. You see, like, so here's Joe Namath, Broadway Joe. Do you know he threw more interceptions than touchdowns?
Yeah. But that's also,
back in the day. But what I'm saying, but look how he's like, I wish we have, when's the next Joe Namath going to come?
Yeah, but he won the Super Bowl in New York. Okay, so let's explore a little bit what you were just kicking around when you talk about Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones. I got a couple ways I could frame this. Like, how tough is it for a quarterback like that we think is a known quantity to suddenly resurrect their career? But maybe more importantly, what do you think the key has been to them being able to resurrect their career here?
Who's coaching them? I made the Pro Bowl in 1994 with the Atlanta Falcons, and I can tell you, learning new offense to run and shoot with June Jones, he put me in the position to make the Pro Bowl. So, the supporting cast.
Yeah, like Shane Steichen. He was known as a quarterback whisperer before he got to,
that totally makes a difference. And going back to how you handle adversity, like I look at Jalen Hurts, not too many people could have handled you leading the Alabama program, then you get benched for Tua.
Right.
Tua can't hold Jalen Hurts' job.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah, it's true.
Jalen Hurts, and how he goes about his business, he's a pro. To me, he's a pro's pro.
Yeah.
And, that's just noise. I want the ball. All receivers want the ball. I remember going and you might have a favorite receiver who you throwing the ball to, and other receivers say, man, when are you going to get me the ball without calling out any players? I say, okay, let's go watch the film together. I want you to show me when you open. And then I go over, okay, it's time to throw right now. Are you open? Yes or no?
Yeah.
And then who you truly trust.
Were you Katic, were you a jockstrap wearer?
No, we had like
yeah, they didn't exist for us either. I remember growing up, like going to visit these NFL locker rooms, and it would just be
what do you wear
heavy
now?
man ass.
It's a literal waistband with no fabric,
but
it's
pouch
just,
or something?
No, it's just you have hip pads and a tailbone pad. That's it.
Yeah, it's all built in.
Yeah.
Oh no, we had jocks, old school jock, and then
I just remember seeing heavy man ass in like my face as a little kid in these locker rooms, and everybody in these thongs with these giant cup pouches.
And what I think about jocks, what I still remember though, and my birthday was always during training camp, August 19th. It was terrible. I never could celebrate. And they'd always pull pranks on you. Here, like, that's what's so awesome about you in your 30s, you're still in the locker room pulling pranks. Like you might be in the bathroom doing number 2, whatever. They get an ice bucket of water, dump it over you. Happy birthday. You're like, oh, okay, great. Or then you rush in to get dressed for practice and all that, and they'd put like atomic bomb. That would be like Ben Gay or something in your job. And then you put it on. It's like, oh, no, I'm on fire. No.
Icy hot.
No, and then,
Icy hot.
Yeah, icy hot.
I've done the icy hot.
And then it would be like...
You've done it on the shoes?
On the area.
Tried
to make the boys laugh.
Wait, so you just did it? You just did it just to
love the
yourself?
I tried to make the guys laugh.
Oh, wow.
Hey, see, he just wanted to make the boys laugh, dude.
The closest I can get is like eating crawfish and rubbing my eye.
Yep.
Yeah, not even close. Not even close.
I made that mistake first going back to LSU, except it wasn't rubbing an eye.
No, and I remember. I remember the time,
quickly.
and then it was like, oh, happy birthday. I go, no, the media guy got it wrong. It's not my birthday. I go, they used to give out the media guy. I go, no, that's not my birthday. They got it all wrong.
All right, how about this question, Dana? I'll start with you. Would you rather have, and this is an odd one here, would you rather have Kyler Murray or Trevor Lawrence right now?
Oh, wow. I don't think that thought has ever crossed my mind.
I mean, that's probably actually the most fair response here.
Wow. I would have to say, it just any team? Is it starting from scratch? What is...
Like good old line, like what are the weapons like? Like what is...
So Jeremy...
What the old players say, like Kyler Murray, he's stealing money. We guarantee him $150 million. He's he's the definition of prima donna.
Yeah.
I think he has the little Napoleon syndrome because he's so little. He can run around unbelievable, but I don't know. And then you got over there in Jacksonville. Does he truly live up to expectations? The Prince,
right?
The flowing hair,
I will say, Kyler Murray, I looked, has better stats than Trevor Lawrence up and down the board. I immediately wanted to say Trevor Lawrence, But I think with Kyler, the highs for him were so high that the lows are so incredibly low. And like we talk about him not playing well because of like Call of Duty coming out, whatever. Like there's always narratives with Kyler Murray, but there's not really any with Trevor Lawrence. You just think of Trevor Lawrence, you think of his college career, you think of him transitioning and him just being, you know, a franchise quarterback.
He had the one Doug Peterson half season. They had the huge comeback win against the Chargers in the playoffs. He gets paid, and he hasn't fulfilled it since. Would you trade? Dave, do you think that Kyler Murray and Trevor Lawrence could benefit off of just swapping?
Why not?
Just put Trevor Lawrence on the Cardinals, put Kyler Murray on the Jags, and see what happens.
Because they are NFL quarterbacks.
Right. I think Kyler Murray, he doesn't inspire much hope to me. Like, Trevor Lawrence, I still think has a lot of potential
that's
unfulfilled.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray, I think, is just kind of who he is.
Well, he's also a bad body language king.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He doesn't.
That's why whenever
inspire you.
I saw this question, like I immediately wanted to say Trevor Lawrence because like Kyler Murray, like he's just not like he doesn't do it for me.
No, well, he's always kind of like, man, he's always kind of like complaining. It looks like it's kind of a little bit of what, and granted, his teammates don't say this, but I would wonder what they would say in their most private moments. It's kind of one of my only issues I have with Caleb Williams. Like, I got no problem with Caleb Williams, except that sometimes I think, like, I don't want my quarterback to show so much emotion.
I don't want my quarterback painting their fingernails.
Okay, well,
I
don't care about that.
I care. It's like I might be old school. You're in the NFL. What are you painting your fingernails for? Now, if your daughter or your kid did that, it's different. But you going to do it? Hello, I don't know. I'm old school NFL with that. I ain't painting no damn fingernails.
The biggest
producers are scared.
The biggest thing for me, like I always talk about offensive line, but like as an O lineman, if you give up a sack or something and you come off the field and the quarterback's all like, oh, like if we like coming off, that instills no confidence in the offensive line. But if you give up a sack and you come off on the sideline, he goes, don't worry about it. You're good. Like, let's move on, go the next play. And I've had quarterbacks like that on both ends, and I would 100% prefer the latter on that is like, come up and say, boys, listen, it doesn't matter what happened last series. Move on. We're going to go back out there. It's fine. I'm fine. Let's just go.
Well,
Yeah, pouty quarterbacks.
Pouty quarterback's the worst. But you can speak to this like, you also just got to, as you said, leader of men, you got to deal with some guys differently. Some guys you got to get on their ass, and some guys you got to coddle.
Okay, again, I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, but I would say, no, they had, like, this one tackle I had, he's not living anymore, but God bless him, God rest his soul, is that I could not chew him out or get him, like, come on, you telling him, you got it, and because then he would play worse, and that means I would get hit more. Yeah. So I'd be like, almost, come on, you can do it. If you just keep fighting, you can do it.
You got
Where
it.
I had another tackle, like Stan Brock, a mountain of a man. He's from Oregon. He looked like a lumberjack, and he's playing with a Colorado Buffs. Well, Stan, if I went up to him, come on, Stan, you can do it. He'd look at me like, man, what the hell?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the choice words he would tell me, but no, I had to get in his face like, you got to, get it going, and then it would motivate him.
Yeah. But I'm saying like both ways. Like I'd rather a guy come up to me, get in my ass.
Yes.
Not get in my ass,
Yes,
sorry.
yes.
But get
No,
out
I
of
know
my
what you're
ass.
saying.
I'd rather him do that than just like walk off and go talk to his coach.
Like pouty, be alone.
Hey,
All right,
we
we gotta go to break.
We gotta go.
Break. More coming up next. Don't go anywhere. Wake Up Barstool.
It's 2025, Katic. You're in your ass.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back, Wake Up Barstool.
What it
Here
do?
This one, BBC Friday. We still got the Skillet Special Parlay. This is our last segment with the founding father of the Who Dat Nation before we welcome. Ball security.
Oh, no.
Let's go. Got him. This is our last segment with the founding father before we have Chris Fallica in here, give you some gambling picks, one of the weekend, talk college football, big noon. Let's roll some of these highlights real quick, and I want to ask you about a story, Dad. I guess for those who know, this is my dad, Bobby Hebert, former Saints, Falcons quarterback, USFL great.
Look at those eyes.
Look at that. Look at the old school dome, dude. Oh, New Orleans was rocking, huh?
The Who Dat Nation.
Look at those eyes. I can just tell that's you from the eyes.
Locked in. Who are you throwing to there?
That was Eric Martin from LSU.
LSU, great legend.
Oh, look at that. Oh, you see the cut block from the 67?
Look at that, dude. On the run. Eric Martin could be in the big boys club nowadays, huh?
Yep. Yeah, for sure. Then Floyd Turner,
Anyway.
You got big? The receiver got
All right, so I know that you like to talk a lot, but I want to give you your flowers here, okay? Because you were responsible for the creation of modern free agents here, at least played a major role along with a couple other guys. Tell us how you managed to create the free agency system that we now just take for granted today.
Well, I pushed the envelope probably 10 years. It would have came about. I went testify in front of Judge Doty in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
He held out during the prime of his career, held out for an entire NFL season.
Yeah, because I wanted market value, and Jim Finks, the old general manager, said, I don't care about market value. We own you. I'm going to pay you whatever I want. I said, well, I'm a capitalist. I said, that's un-American. How can you own me if I don't have a contract? So Gene Upshaw headed the players union. Jeffrey Kessler was top antitrust labor lawyer. Said, no, Hebert, you could beat the NFL on this. And all I wanted, like I told Jim Finks, Mr. Finks was running the general manager with the Saints. Bears fans are familiar with him. But he's always had problems with quarterbacks. Joe Kapp, Fran Tarkenton, Jim McMahon, whatever it might be. So anyway, I'm going off on tangent. So what happened, I said, here's my market value, right under like 1.2 million. And it goes, and the Saints didn't have $1 million player on the team. And so, no, I'm going to give you $850,000. I go, no, I want the market value. If he'd have given me $1 million, then I probably would have taken it. But he wasn't going to negotiate. You know, you're going to sit out and rot. So he had a hard-headed Cajun. He had a hard-headed old-school general manager. And Finks was going to be the commissioner of the NFL. But Robert Kraft and Jerry Jones and all got involved. They didn't want a football guy. They wanted a business guy. So that's when they got Paul Tagliabue, who just passed away. He was a top antitrust lawyer.
Oh, wow.
So their business. So that's the business of football. So anyway, so I sat out the whole year. I thought I was going to the Raiders with Al Davis. But Finks said no.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
So was your contract up?
Yes, I didn't have a contract.
Oh, so you just...
I wasn't holding out. I didn't have a contract.
I think you used to have a player's rights, and so they weren't allowed to negotiate against it.
Wow.
If you grew up in Florida, let's say you hate cold weather, and then the Buffalo Bills drafted you, you had to play for the Buffalo Bills until they wanted to get rid of you.
Yeah.
Well, I thought, well, that's un-American.
Yeah.
And I think, well, after 5 years, you should be able to market yourself and go wherever you want. So I just pushed the envelope, and I went testify before Judge Doty, and it's called Reggie White. He's more famous than me. But Gene Upshaw, Greg Aiello, remember the NFL public relations guy? Like in the courtroom, they didn't have pay phones, like on the pay phone, calling the NFL, and the little intern hears, oh no, the NFL's panicking, Hebert's kicking out behind, we're going to lose this case outright, and all of a sudden, so they ended up settling for $200 million. And me and Marcus Allen got the biggest settlement on that because antitrust, because he went to the Raiders, to the Chiefs. But when I look back at that whole time, I was just standing up for the common man.
Yeah.
And it was like, I never forget, the NFL had this lawyer. I thought it was like the Gestapo. He had this stick, and he's trying to intimidate me and looking at me. I ain't going to be intimidated by that.
Yeah.
They had 12 women jurors. I'm just talking to them.
Yeah.
And saying what happened to me. And I'm telling you, Gene Upshaw and all was like, went back to the hotel that night, popping the champagne.
Yeah.
We going to win. We going to win. And so then all of a sudden, I sat out the whole year in 1990.
And you didn't get paid for that? Like, you didn't get paid a dime that whole year?
And then they had John Fourcade and Steve Walsh with the Saints. They went 500, lost to the Bears in Chicago that year. And Coach Mara did take up for him. He said, I'm not going to sign an extension with the Saints unless you bring Hebert back. If they'd have worked out, I never would have played the Saints again. Came back in 1991, won the NFC West. We're 11-5.
Wow.
There you go, bang bang. And today we have
such a cool story.
That's
we have
awesome.
free agency.
So now everyone that is a free agent, so now they should be thanking you, kissing your feet.
Yeah, now Justin Fields is making $30 million.
When he said Trailblazer, Danny, I was like the Kurt Flood of football. You look Kurt Flood in baseball, what he did? You don't know who Kurt Flood is? Come on, y'all got to be
These references, dude. Yeah, I mean, 24.
Okay, look up Kurt Flood, Major League Baseball. Then y'all can just, I'm not,
Right,
I go, because I was, talk about free agency and rights, players' rights and all that.
It's pretty cool. And again, now, like I said, Justin Fields has $30 million guaranteed to throw. He's had 5 games this year where he's thrown for less than 55 yards.
He did
I'm not hating.
He did score first touchdown. Hell yeah, good call, man.
I'm not hating. I know I sound bitter but it's the market.
Yeah, but you were also working so that everyone after you could see the benefits.
And all I know is I had the Dawn Patrol on my side.
Yeah.
Shout out Ricky Jackson.
Ricky Jackson, Pat Swilling, Sam Mills, Vaughn Johnson. One of the greatest defenses in professional football history.
All right, Dad. Well, look, this was really,
man,
really
Bobby.
fun.
All right.
Love you, Dad.
Shout out
You're the man.
Cajun Cannon. All right, we got Chris Fallica joining the show for the last 2 segments.
Who dat?
Tyler Shuck. Say one good thing about Tyler Shuck on the way out.
Tyler Shuck might be the answer for the future. Depends how he finishes the season. So, look, you got to be the reason why they're winning, and they won't get a new quarterback.
There you go. Chris Fallica, the Bear, coming up next here at Wake Up Barstool. Ooh, let's go. And how appropriate then, shout out Big Noon, that we are joined by one of the legends of Big Noon. That's right, the Bear, Chris Fallica. Bear, what's going on, brother? Thank you for being here, man.
I'm not just looking forward to the week. When you said historic, I thought you were going to go historic Nippert Stadium over there.
Yeah,
it's always historic.
baby.
It is. That's what they always say right before Nippert.
We were just talking about nip at night. Have you ever? I don't know. I haven't asked any of this. Have you ever been? Have you ever been to the game at Wrigley before? Did you go last year?
I was here with College Game Day. 2014, 13.
Okay.
So I've been here. We did a show here, and I was here. And they had it was when they had to both go in the same direction that turned the game around. Yeah, wild to me. I wasn't here last year, but I was here for the first.
So how do you think Wrigley holds up as a college football venue?
Awesome. I love it. Like a lot of these state games in baseball stadiums now are kind of meh, but Wrigley's.
It's different.
Pretty unique.
Yeah. It's different. All right, let's get into then some of the big games coming up this weekend. I want your read on them. Obviously, Bear, expert gambler. How have the picks been doing so far this year?
So far, so good. I don't want to put the whammy on myself, but I've had a good year. I've had a good year in the column. I'm second in the Circa Friday Football Invitational. I'm fourth in the Westgate College Football Super Contest, but I'm a little upset because last week I had Auburn plus 6.5. And I had Colorado plus 6, and the leader wound up having West Virginia and Vanderbilt. So the leader should have gotten nothing.
Yeah,
he should have gotten a loss and a push. I should have gotten a win and a push. It's going to come back and haunt me in a couple of weeks, but I wound up losing by a point.
Yeah, we ended up talking about it on our Saturday night postgame show on Necessary Roughness, but man, betting on Auburn this year has been a special kind of hell. Because you should have won every time, and they just find ways to screw you.
Auburn was put on this earth to just destroy make people's lives miserable.
All right, so coming up, let's dive into Oklahoma, Alabama, a game that I've thought a ton about this week. It's so interesting to me, Bear, because Bama under Kalen DeBoer this season, very competent, very solid, good in high leverage situations, don't make a ton of mistakes. But they are not the dominant Bamas of old. They're not. They can't run the ball really. They're winning with throwing the ball. The defense is solid. It's fine. How do you assess this year's Crimson Tide team?
It's funny. I was talking a little bit about that with Jeff and Sammy on the pod the other day. It feels like every single one of those high leverage plays, like you meant, has gone Bama's way.
Yes.
And Jeff brought up a great point. He was like, it's a lot like 2023 Washington, that whether it was the Oregon game or the Oregon State game, every time they needed a play, they made it. So they got that Kalen DeBoer Washington vibe going. And it makes sense. As a Power 4 head coach, DeBoer 16-4 in games decided by 7 points or less.
No way.
Wow. Yeah.
Damn.
17-2 against ranked teams. So these big games, the close games, they win. But you're right. It feels like Alabama's a team come playoff time that I'm going to want to be on the opposite side. I'm going to want to fade because the gambling gods have a way of giving the most prominent, high leverage, high profile situation. That's when they come back and bite. But I'm having a lot of trouble with this game. I think Oklahoma is really live in this game. Wouldn't surprise me, obviously, if Alabama won. But Oklahoma is a team I think we've all just assumed that had no shot at making the playoffs since they picked up that second loss because, they'll lose to LSU or they'll lose to Missouri, they'll lose to Alabama, or they'll lose to Tennessee. But now you look at the schedule, if you can go to Tuscaloosa and win, LSU, who knows?
No, they're done. LSU sucks.
Thank you. You said I wanted you to say it. I didn't want to say it.
They're the worst offense maybe in the country.
And Missouri without both Prbula now and Norfleet, the tight end, like that's a winnable game. So they can get out of Tuscaloosa with the win, 10-2.
Yeah.
Oklahoma to the playoff might not be the worst bet if you like Oklahoma this week.
Yeah, I think if as long as you have a quarterback like John Mateer, I think anything is really possible. Even going into a hostile SEC environment like that, I think they could keep it close, maybe even lose by 3.
Yeah.
Win outright. I think this is an Oklahoma bet for me.
I think, the thing I'm looking at is, okay, and granted, they're completely different, so I don't want to put too much into this, but if we think back to Alabama's lone loss in the season, that offensive line got dominated by the FSU front. And this is the most, right there hand in hand with Texas A&M, Oklahoma's front seven is the most disruptive in the SEC. Second in sacks, only one less than A&M. They're first in tiffles. And again, Ty Simpson has to be protected for this Alabama team to have success. Yep. So I'm on the opposite side of you, Meg, on this one. I like OU plus.
And I do like Alabama's offensive line. I think they have great players. And like when you said you brought up 2023 Washington under Coach DeBoer. Coach DeBoer, like my whole staff, my freshman year is like Alabama now. So I understand how they all coach. Coach DeBoer is a great coach. I think he's going to have, like, the way that they've played the last 7 weeks, getting those last 7 wins, like, he just gets the boys right. He's, like, he's a genius. He's an absolute genius. And I just think Alabama takes care of him. That's just my thing.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Yeah, sorry, Meg. Yeah, he's
I know Katic's with me. I know. Yeah. That's my boy.
I would say matchup to watch here, maybe that if we want to get outside of quarterback. I'm still trying to figure out for sure if our Mason Thomas is going to play for Oklahoma. He had that incredible touchdown return against Tennessee where he stiff arms a guy for like 87 yards. Yeah, him against Caden Proctor will be something to keep an eye on when that comes about. Hopefully he gets played. All right, let's stay in the SEC. The other massive game of the weekend, Texas hitting the road at Georgia. Bear, did you see who was at Georgia practice on Tuesday?
I missed it.
Billy Napier.
Really
Smart. Learning at the feet of Nick Saban. He brings in Napier for Tuesday practice.
I love
says,
that.
you know what, Billy, you beat him. Or let's talk a little bit. I think Smart's setting up to be the new halfway house. A fired college football
Well, I was
coach.
going to say, now that Nick's not coaching anymore, he can't bring all the fired coaches back to Alabama's.
Yeah,
let Kirby adopt that role.
We got to find someone. And so I do find that to be a bit interesting. Smart taken out of the same playbook. This game is an odd one to me because if you can get to Arch, and Texas doesn't run the ball great, if you get to Arch, it all should fall apart. But I don't think we always realize this. Georgia does not play very disruptive defensive football. Even like any year under Kirby Smart, but especially this year, dead last in sacks and TFLs.
No, they haven't had any disruptors on the defensive line. It's interesting too. You mentioned Texas. Like, it's kind of like how do you want to view? Do you want to take the half full, half empty approach? I took Texas plus 7.5 on the look-ahead line.
Oh, nice.
Early last week when it came out, thinking it was going to come down. They tell you that their running backs have shown as much or more burst than they have all year long. They tell you their secondary, the safeties are healthy and back and ready to go now. They tell you Arch is improved. And it's like, do you believe? It's like, okay, well, you look at their wins. You beat Oklahoma when Mateer had just had coming off the thumb surgery. How healthy was he? You beat Vanderbilt, who you should beat Vanderbilt. Still, the white elephant in the room is the ugly win at Mississippi State, the ugly win at Kentucky.
Yeah,
it's like
both overtime.
Yeah, it's like what's the real Texas? Like, I took Texas plus the points, but it would not surprise me if I'm sitting here Saturday night getting ready to go to bed and like, why did I buy into this Texas?
Well, you took Texas last week as well, right? So are you still like kind of riding that same momentum from last week, or is this more of a situational play?
I think this is more of a situational play. I bet the number north of a touchdown.
Right.
Like I like it a heck of a lot better at 7.5 than I do 6.5. But Georgia again, last week was the only time they've dominated and shown up and blown out a team. Right. Every game that Georgia's been involved in this year, it's been a tight one possession type game where they needed to maybe rally from double digits down.
It's interesting. Georgia and Alabama, a lot of similarities this year. Great in high leverage moments. Like Gunnar Stockton doesn't have the overwhelming stats, but I think about the 4th and 8th throw against Tennessee. It seems like when he's had to show up, he does. And to me, this Georgia team, not the overwhelming talent of old, but this is just a massive season that's making a statement about Kirby Smart's culture and what he's built there, because they're winning with culture.
I think if you just strip it down and you simplify it and you look at these two teams, which team do you trust more? The answer is Georgia, obviously.
Yeah.
You don't really know what you're going to get week to week with Texas. So 6.5 is kind of a big number, but if you just really simplify it and say, on paper, Texas, Georgia, what coach do you trust more? What quarterback do you trust more? What defense?
Yeah.
The answer is Georgia.
That's true. That's
no matter what.
Like across the board.
Gambling doesn't always work
Exactly.
like that.
But you
But
can,
from
I
a
can
pick
see them
perspective,
winning
I like
by
what
7.
Data's saying. Yeah.
Apples to
Is
apples.
Kirby Smart the John Gruden of college football? Fired football's coaches association.
Oh yeah, exactly. He's yeah. I mean,
Brings them all in.
he's replacing the Nick Saban halfway house. Shout out to Curb. Hey, remember Florida sacked Arch 6 times, turned him over twice. Georgia's going to look to do the same. Bear. So we've talked about some games. Let's get into your best plays over the weekend. What are we looking at?
There were 3 things I put in the column and on the pod yesterday. I like Mississippi State getting the 7 against Missouri. The Bulldogs last week was really the only time they didn't show up all year long and got blown out. Missouri without Prabula and without Norfleet, like I mentioned before, completely different team. I think the Missouri is a stock that I'm absolutely short. And Mississippi State's got a shot at the bowl. They beat Missouri. They beat Ole Miss. One of those 2 wins, they get to a bowl game. So I took Mississippi State plus the 7. I laid 4 with Duke against Virginia. The market is telling you that Chandler Morris is playing. As it dropped from 6.5 to 4. But you look at Duke. A lot of people loved UConn last week.
Duke's crazy.
I feel like the book is begging you to take the other side there, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I looked at that game, and as you said, it opened, and then I saw it drop to 4. I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah, it's like every person in the world, Virginia is ranked. They're like 20th and could go to the ACC championship game, go to the play. They're a 4-point dog against a team with 4 losses, but Mensa has had an unbelievable year. I think Duke wins that game. And there was one other game that I had mentioned. I don't even remember.
Was it Notre Dame Pitt?
No, it wasn't Notre Dame.
Smaller one?
Oh, no. Arizona getting 6.5 against. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I just realized it.
That's all right.
Noah
As long as they
Fafita.
win.
Noah Fafita's having a sneaky. Arizona's having a sneaky great season.
Again, it was just about the number. You see, last time they took the field, they got blown out at Utah. See how they come back. And Arizona's a team I've been kind of undervalued on all year. They played it was a good win against Kansas last week, and they had BYU beat.
Yeah.
I got a question for you here. So the Ole Miss Florida game. Now, it kind of sounds like, correct me if I'm wrong, T-Bob, but LSU and Ole Miss basically have like a blank checkbook to offer Lane Kiffin whatever he wants.
I think LSU's situation is a bit crazy right now, but there's a bidding. I mean, yes, the Lane Kiffin market, Florida, Ole Miss, LSU, everybody's pouring in a ton of money to it.
It kind of sounds like Florida's coming a little bit lower in terms of the blank check there. So
we'll see. I don't know. I've heard conflicting reports. I've heard maybe they're a bit. I mean, the rumor I heard. I don't think this is true. So whatever. It's just silly season. I've heard like $13 million a year.
Right. So basically, my question here is: does Lane Kiffin pour it on against Florida if they are up to kind of prove to them, hey, I could be your guy? Is there any type of motivation there?
Knowing Lane, you would certainly think there is. It's interesting because on Sunday, Sammy P, who we do the Bear Bets with, he's like, hey, I'm here in Florida. It's going to have massive opt-outs. Line is going to move. And it was 13.5 at the time. I bet it. He bet it. His partners, the syndicate, bet it. And it jumped up to 17, and then there was a buyback. And now you look at this morning.
11.5.
Yes, I'm like,
Yes, I got 14, and then I saw that like right before the show started, Mincy tweeted that Ole Miss was down to 11.5, and I was like, what the hell am I missing right now?
Did like Chambliss and like everybody
Just die? I don't know.
So it's like that. The market is spitting in the face of
Lane told the team he's leaving.
or maybe this is the get it down nice and low and then you come over the top.
Right. Yes.
Man, the line movement shenanigans involved there.
Crazy.
Bear, one more game I want to get your thoughts on before we get to smash or pass, or maybe not a game, but one more subject. Miami. 7th in the ACC, yet the highest ranked ACC team in the CFB. I don't trust them at all, but does Miami find their way to this college football playoff?
It's funny because you say, I don't trust them at all. I think if Miami wins out, they will make the college football playoff. But I have a greater confidence in that than I actually do them actually winning 3 games to win it, which that makes sense. Knowing the record in November under Mario Cristobal and their record is a big favorite. The loss of Keontae Scott in the secondary is massive. But that NC State defense is bad. Virginia Tech has been a disappointment this year. I think the way to play this is you can still get around 5-1 on Miami to make the playoff.
Oh, okay, that's fun value.
Assume you beat NC State, dangerous assumption. Assume you beat Virginia Tech, dangerous assumption. You go to Pitt and you can play around a little bit and see where you are. Because you look at the teams in front, Texas or Oklahoma, maybe they lose. I don't know why Utah's ranked where they are right now. They're the most overranked team out there. BYU potentially picks up another. The path is there for Miami to make the playoff. It's whether they can actually win those games and take advantage of it.
All right, now it is time for one of our favorite Friday segments. Since this is the Big Boys Club and Bear, honorary Big Boy here on this Friday, or OG Big Boy as well. It's time for Smash or Pass. Or we tell you, we break down, food. Would we smash pass? All right, what's up first on the list, guys? Coconut, hell yes, double smash.
I've never had like the flesh of a coconut.
Oh, it's so good, dude, with some tahini.
There's some jelly, pulp in it that you can eat. That's
I've
really
had coconut flavored things and I like it, so I'm gonna smash. But I've never had the actual flesh.
Bear?
Does coconut ice cream count?
The flavor. I think flavor.
Coconut.
That's such a big boy question.
I figure I'm amongst friends here to be able to ask that question.
No,
Add some
coconut
sugar and
flavor.
milk and cream.
Everything is good here.
Coconut flavor is, in and of itself, can be controversial, right? I love Almond Joys. Many people do not.
So, I love them. I'm good with coconut.
Okay, smash. Dana?
Listen, anything coconut flavored, I'm in. Pina coladas, Almond Joys. Oh my
Mounds.
goodness. Mounds, yeah. Unbelievable.
Have you ever had a fresh coconut at the beach or anything?
I've had a drink out of a coconut.
Yeah, that's what they're so, it's so
but I've
good.
never had the flesh, I've never had the actual meat.
Green
good.
olives. Oh, yeah.
Smash.
Yes,
Smash.
I love olives.
I love dirty martinis. I love olives. They're
I'll
delicious.
just eat them out of the. I'll eat them out of the jar.
Oh, they're so good.
Say the blue cheese
I'll
stuff.
eat them out of the jar.
I feel bad, dude. This is a pass for me.
Oh no.
Bear, what about you?
Smash, total.
Yeah.
Castle Vetrano olives.
T-Bob, you don't like muffaladas?
So it's a weird thing. I've come around to muffaladas lately.
What a baby.
I don't know, man. And again, your taste buds change every few years. We talk about this in BBC.
Yep.
I always like to try new foods and see if I like them yet. I recently started to love pickles last couple of years. I'm still not there with olives. But I finally come around to muffaladas. So I'm getting,
What is
I'm getting close.
muffaladas?
It's a New Orleans sandwich.
They're like humongous sesame seed bun,
Smash.
olive, spread, lots of meat.
I'll smash it. I'll
Major
smash a muffalata. yeah, absolutely. All right, what's next? Grits, hell yes. Smash
Yeah.
what, Megan?
Hand up.
Aren't you from the South?
That is an insane thing to
It's
say.
a
from
bad
someone from the
Southern
South.
move by me, but I don't like the texture. I don't like them.
Cheesy? Ooh,
No, I just don't like the texture. I would rather hash browns.
They're like my cousin Vinny. What's a grit? What about you, Bear?
I am smash. However, being a northerner, farina, I think is better for me. It's a smaller.
Oh, what is farina?
It's like grits, but it's more. I think grits are corn-based, I believe.
Yes.
And farina is wheat-based. So
Okay.
It's a smaller type tech. You might give farina a shot. Meg.
Okay.
You ever have scrapple?
Oh God, yeah.
What is scrapple?
Scrapple's I think
I
it's
think I've
Jersey
had that.
thing, right?
It's about the most unhealthy thing.
It's like-
pork bits kind of smashed.
It's like the
together.
end of the.
Yeah, it's like
I don't even-
pork ham, sausage type product.
Meatloaf.
Some maple syrup on it and eggs.
Oh,
Look,
man.
anytime, I don't care if it's hot dogs, any sausage, if you're just combining the random bits of meat into
Yes.
one,
Pretty
I'm
much
always
what it
gonna
is.
Eating it
smash.
every single time.
Also, grits, you just gotta pour the butter in there. I mean, my grandpa used to just put sticks of butter in there,
Cheese?
put
You
some
like the
boiled
cheese in
eggs
there?
in there. Yeah, cheese
Some
in there.
people do
Shrimp
sugar
and grits.
too. I know. I would
Shrimp
rather.
and grits are incredible.
I'd rather shrimp over a polenta square.
Yeah.
Personally.
Dana, grits.
Of course. Smash, 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 smash.
Okay, hell yeah.
All the way to the top, baby.
All right, what do we got next? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Never
Quadruple
indulge.
smash.
Yeah.
Never indulge.
I'm with
Wait,
Dana.
do we
I've
need-
never tried it either.
The combination of all those things together is like.
Really?
I will say, I'm kind of thrown off by these because whenever I watch other people eat them, like the cream cheese and the salmon like squirting out, it kind of grosses me out. I might be talking about one specific person, but
Who is eating lox in front of you, freaking you out so badly?
we won't talk about it.
Okay. I want to talk to you off air. I want to know what to go.
I'm
Ask,
sure you
are you
could
an
guess.
open-faced lox bagel guy, or are you a sandwich?
I am an open face, and what I do as well, I'll take the capers and put them down under the salmon, so not falling off, rolling off.
I like that. That is
That's a heady play right there, boy.
Spoken from a true.
I can talk
OG big boy, dude.
Yes, that makes me happy.
Yeah, dude, the capers, salty capers, so
Yeah.
good. All right, what's up next?
Is that mint ice cream I saw?
Yes.
My favorite time.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's my favorite as well.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's a little.
Look at this
mint-
guy. Are you kidding me?
A little mint ice
Look at
cream
him.
after your dinner. It cleanses the palate. It's so great.
T-Bob, you're ridiculous.
T-Bob.
It's a pass. It's a
don't
pass.
disappoint me like this.
Mint tastes like toothpaste to me. I don't like junior mints. I don't like really peppermints
No
that
peppermint
much.
patty?
No.
My
peppermint
my
patty.
favorite are the
No.
Andes mints. I could eat a
they
whole
are.
box of Andes mints.
Oh no, dude.
Oh,
You've
so
never
good.
gone to like dinner like Ruth Chris or
Yeah.
or something. I think they had these strict.
Yeah, T-Bob's clearly never been to
Take
anywhere
like
fancy.
a dozen of them, throw them in your pocket on the way out the door.
disappointed.
Very.
I have to live my truth. I don't like mint chocolate.
This hasn't been a good smash or pass for you at all.
No, I feel like I'm getting dominated here. I like.
Is there
lox,
anything
so-
else?
I think that was okay. One more. Here we go. Final one.
Everything. I will dip anything in ranch, dude.
You would be hard pressed to find the human being that would say no to ranch.
I want to give a hard shout out to Jet's Pizza. Their ranch,
It's
we had
really
it.
incredible.
Oh my
Very good.
God, it
Very
is
good.
fantastic.
And it comes
Oh, I
with the
love
bottle.
it.
I would like to apologize to the guy working that night because I dropped the ranch all over the floor and he had to clean it up. That was bad. Bear, what about you?
Oh, the only issue I have here is, like, I'm good with ranch, but like buffalo wings, I'm blue cheese.
Blue
Oh,
cheese all the way.
100%.
I bounce back and forth.
No, that's one
I like
thing
that.
I will never switch up
Really?
is buffalo wings, always blue cheese.
What about
Always.
pizza and ranch?
No.
Yes.
Oh, you ever had pizza and ranch?
Oh.
Oh, it's so good. Dude.
I don't like. I thought I didn't like blue cheese, but then I ate a gorgonzola cheese the other day. Fun fact: it's blue cheese. I had no idea.
Yes, gorgonzola.
I really like gorgonzola.
I had a gorgonzola pasta last night and I didn't really love it.
See, maybe you don't like blue cheese.
I don't think I love blue cheese. Except on wings, I'll eat.
I just started like maybe a year ago really diving into blue cheese. And
Blue
love it.
cheese, look, blue cheese is
I was always
just,
scared of it.
it's a powerful personality.
It is.
Yeah.
When it enters the room.
It really
Smaller
is.
doses, I appreciate it, but it can quickly dominate the palate.
100%.
If not applied correctly. All right, there it is. Smash or
That
pass.
was awesome.
As look, and this is why you should listen to the Big Boys Club. As Michael Katic very famously once said, I would dip my balls in ranch. And he was talking about
say
the
that.
football, obviously, which we ate here on the program. All right, more Wake Up Barstool. Close out the show next here on FS1.
What's going on, y'all? T-Bob here. Cam Scadby recently talked about a question we should all ask ourselves. Let's go around the office and find out. All right, Mincy, Wake Up Barstool. I just want you to eat this taco like you would if you're just eating a taco. Look at that, dude. That is okay. Mincy.
Not good.
No. Look, that was good. Well, I mean, good or bad, whatever. You dominated the taco, though.
It dominated my pants though.
Well,
and my Camp Barstool hoodie.
Chaps, here we go. Just eat this taco like you would normally. Oh, man. So, do you know about dominating the taco?
It's like a little beta.
The most submissive taco eating you could possibly fathom.
I
Excellent
basically
work.
pissed out my leg too.
White boy Rick, what's going on, man?
What's up, T-Bob?
All right, eat this taco. Just eat it like you would normally. See right there? That was a submissive taco bite.
Okay.
Do you see that?
Why is that submissive?
Because you turned your head to meet the taco. You let the taco dominate you.
The taco's running the operation here. I am submitting to the taco because I want the taco in my mouth.
Truer words have never been spoken. White Sox Dave, I just want you to eat this taco as you would. I love that everybody has spit out Lucy. Eat this taco as you would normally. What the
White people tacos are meant to get all over you.
This is the most dominant display of taco eating we've ever seen. Good God, man. I'm so sorry. Let me go grab you some napkins. I feel like I'm doing a bit where I'm like trying to get people messy, but I'm really not. The taco structural integrity just leaves a bit to be desired. Are you okay? Hold on. Babe, this is crazy. Get his lap, dude.
What in the world?
That was egregious by Dave.
Chaps had the right move, letting it all fall into your mouth from the side, like letting it gently guide itself.
To be clear, dominant, non-dominant, it doesn't matter. You know, eat it however you want. Just enjoy your taco.
Right.
Enjoy your taco. Although I am a head turner. You got to keep the ingredients in.
Same.
Yeah.
Acquiesce to the taco.
Acquiesce to the taco. Don't have toxic masculinity. All right, here's the Skillet special parlay, guys. Hey, don't worry. Our individual legs are 1-7 over the last 2 weeks.
That's good.
Mathematically, that's impressive. That means we're due. Okay, guys? Megan, who you got?
Big line to lay, but I'm going to take Washington. They need a humongous bounce back after just getting beat by Washington. Purdue dropped 8 straight. I think the Huskies win by 25.
Dana, real quick.
It's my weekly tradition to bet UConn football, and we'll do it again this week.
Alabama -6.
Iowa +7. Just try to go off instinct. Bear, does this have a chance?
Oh, it's got a chance. Iowa ugly it up. Bessie's been better at home, but
It's gonna rain. It's gonna be raining in LA. I'm taking that as God telling me it's a Hawkeye football game. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, real quick, some sentimental news on the way out. The Barstool Invitational ended last night. It was a tearjerker. It was incredible all around. And shout out to Ferris State University introducing the Cody Beef Frank Scholarship
awesome.
Fund.
Love it. It's
So Ferris making a scholarship in memory of Beef. Of course, Beef putting on a clinic in the Barstool Invitational. You can go to ferris.edu/beef if you want to contribute a gift to the fund. Massive thank you to Bear. Thanks to my old man. Thank you to everybody here, everybody in production as well. Another great week here on Wake Up Barstool. Have fun at Big Noon. We'll see you on Monday.
Love you, Beef. R.I.P.